Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to day 2 of the India Global Forum UAE 2021, and of course, the inaugural edition, under the theme of Dynamic Alliances for a Smarter Tomorrow. Co-hosted by the Consul General of India in Dubai and the Embassy of the UAE in New Delhi. I am Laura Buckwell.
And good morning, I'm Greg Fairley, and we'll be your MCs again today. Great to have you back with us. We're in Dubai live at the Taj in Business Bay, broadcasting to India and also to the world.
And of course, the India Global Forum is where India meets the world and the world meets India.
Well, yesterday we had addresses from the Indian Health Minister and a joint session with the Indian Trade Minister, His Excellency Piyush Goyal, and also counterpart, His Excellency Dr. Thani bin Ahmed Al Zayudi. We've had global disruptors sessions and also no less than 6 unicorns. More to follow today.
Yes, we've got a lot more to follow today, of course, and also some fantastic sessions with India and UAE's leading businesses, including Emirates MBD and Hero FinCorp. Right, we're going to dive straight into day 2 now. Greg, I believe it's over to you now. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura. Brilliant. Well, listen, today we have at the India Global Forum, kicking off the session to start us off is the CEO of NITI Aayog, the Government of India's premier policy think tank. We're going to be asking about boosting innovation opportunities, especially between India and the UAE. So please welcome, virtually from India, Amitabh Kant, the CEO of NITI Aayog. Good morning, Amitabh, and thank you very much for joining us. How are you today?
Wonderful. Great pleasure interacting with you. Look forward to it.
Brilliant to have you with us. Now, let's get straight into our discussion. In August this year, India commenced negotiations with the UAE to conclude a comprehensive economic partnership agreement by the end of this year. And implement it by March of next year. Can you tell us more from your perspective?
Well, India is UAE's second largest trading partner, accounting for about 9% of its total foreign trade and 13% of non-oil exports. The UAE is currently India's third largest trading partner, with bilateral trade in 2019-20 valued at about $59 billion. The UAE is also India's second largest export destination after the US, with exports valued at approximately $29 billion. The UAE and India have a comprehensive investment partnership built on decades of growing collaboration, and the UAE is also the 9th largest investor in India. India's investment in the UAE has been growing, and it represents almost 6 to 7% of the foreign direct investment in that country. In addition to trade and investment, a host of technology partnerships have surfaced between the two countries, particularly in fintech. The acceptance of RuPay card by Network International in UAE to enhance the range of payment schemes acceptance and business for UAE merchants, as well as the subsequent adoption of the unified payment interface for Network International's key retail merchant partner outlets, have made a huge difference. And in the above context, the decision to enter into a comprehensive economic partnership appears to be the next logical step that could boost bilateral trade in goods and services, and this would lead to wider social and economic opportunities for both the nations. A mutually beneficial comprehensive economic partnership, a CEPA, will help in increasing trade between both the countries, and it would help in increasing the volume and diversifying trade. UAE companies should also explore India as an opportunity to diversify their supply chains A SEPA between both the countries, to my mind, will truly help in deepening trade and investment relations.
So, how would you think that foreign direct investment would also be directly helped in a bilateral way?
Well, two things. One is that UAE has a very, very strong Indian diaspora of close to about 3.5 million, which is approximately 40% of UAE's population. Further, Dubai is fast becoming the new Silicon Valley in the Middle East, where many Indian startups and tech companies have been successfully paving their way. And these companies have made inroads in the UAE markets by offering groundbreaking solutions to both government organizations and private companies. The growing ties between India and UAE has led to a huge surge in hiring of IT professionals from India, as well as they form a good chunk of the Indian diaspora there. The pandemic has brought to focus the area of health, fintech, food security, etc., that needs to be given due attention in the UAE. And Indian companies and startups operating in this space are definitely be the key drivers in the supply side for giving innovative solutions. UAE is also part of the Gulf Cooperation Council, and further through the GCC has FTAs with Singapore and also EFTA countries like Norway, Switzerland, and Iceland. It is also a part of the Greater Arab Free Trade Zone. And this landscape offers the Indian companies to leverage this network to augment value chain integration with the UAE and export to the GCC countries, EFTA countries, Singapore, and members of the JAPTA. In that sense, UAE will serve as a great destination for investments. Another significant pillar of India UAE ties is reflected in the growing cooperation also in security and defense sector. So all in all, UAE can be a great destination for investments.
Yesterday, here at the India Global Forum UAE, Minister Goyal said that it was one of the fastest trade agreements between two countries ever made. What does that signal to you?
Well, that signals the significance and importance of UAE being a very important trade, investment, and a collaborative partner. It also signals that Indian and UAE ties are very strong. It also signals that India and UAE relationship has been built on decades of collaboration. It also represents that both the countries have faith in each other, and the next logical step to boost bilateral trade in goods and services is a comprehensive economic partnership agreement. And I think it also bears testimony to the fact that a mutual beneficial SEPA will be beneficial in boosting trade and investment between both the countries.
To what extent will this agreement boost entrepreneurs, particularly in India? And we're meeting a lot of unicorns at the moment, companies of over $1 billion already, that have startups that have gone from nothing to $1 billion in a very short space of time.
So that's an important question because the post-COVID situation has made everyone in the world aware of how technology can help nations leapfrog. Through innovation, India has been successful in building a robust innovation ecosystem through initiatives of all the parties, particularly our startups. We've launched several initiatives to push the startup ecosystem. We have over about 50,000 startups. We have 82 unicorns. During the COVID period, 10 months, we've created about 42 unicorns. India has taken a very holistic approach by creating vast number of incubation centers, and to push the inquisitiveness amongst young minds, we push the Atal Tinkering Labs at school level. We've also developed public digital platforms which have helped nurture the innovation and scale up efforts. Every Indian has a biometric, every Indian has a mobile, every Indian has bank account, and therefore we are data rich, and we are now getting to be data intelligent. With a very emerging digital friendly young population, we are fast gaining our footprint along the world, and technology will be the basis for sound innovation. So, my view is that all this impetus that has been given to the startup movement and the robust movement that we've created will play a very important role in not merely the GDP expansion in India, but in creating a similar movement of vibrancy, dynamism, and growth in the relationship between the two countries, India and UAE, and it will help us push the limits of innovation across a range of areas, including health, education, agriculture, and many, many other areas.
Fantastic. Well, it's part of our dynamic alliances for a smarter tomorrow. Many thanks there, Amitabh Kant, CEO of NITI Aayog, for joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.